on. Clap along. Yeah, everybody. Okay, stop clapping. Welcome to my show, and for the benefit of those of you who don't know, my name's Amy Webber, and this is my second ever one-woman show. Okay, listen up. I was born a bastard in Derbyshire, and age 5, my family moved to Japan because my mum and dad were English teachers in Kobe, and that's where my love for being different began. We moved back when I was 10 and I could speak Japanese, but in my school, quoting Hello Kitty didn't get clout, so I started singing and dancing like every other teenage girl. In a desperate attempt to stand out, I made a microphone out of tin foil and I used to sing on it on the playground. Watch this, it works.
I want it to be different. I'm singing live. I want it to be different. Yeah.
Age 18, I moved to Manchester for a useless opera degree. I didn't like classical music, but I enjoyed dressing up. Spent 40 grand, but it wasn't for me. I filled my 20s doing teaching and doing men. Creative endeavors came to a stop. Then I started having therapy and making better friends. And then I did a master's in pop. Go.
I thought I'd be a pop star. I thought I'd be a pop star. Yeah.
In my last show, I was looking for a job. I'm still getting my career on track. And I had an existential crisis in 2024. I took some time out, but now I'm back. My name is Amy Webber. I used to wanna be a star, but I got a new show this, yeah. So put your hands up in the air. Put your hands in the air. Thank you. Oh, some of those high fives, I'm sorry, they were so unsatisfying and bad. So that's quite random, that song, isn't it? But another thing that's quite random is my mum recently, whenever I go home and say I'm going to visit her for the weekend and raid her fridge, she says, "Oh, great, you're coming home. We can do some sorting out." Yeah, and you know what that means? It means I have to go through boxes of my old childhood shit and decide what I want to keep and what I don't want to keep, that she doesn't want to keep. She's deemed it junk. And then all the things I do want to keep, I have to put it in a new box and take it back to London where I live. And then every time I move house, approximately every 6 months, I have to take all the boxes with me. Yeah, it's quite harsh. But what it does mean is that I've uncovered a treasure trove of childhood relics that have helped me to reflect on the kind of child I was and the kind of adult that I've become. So, Bill Murray, I'm going to show you what's inside my box of junk. Can I get a ooh? Very good. Okay, so the first thing inside is it's something that's really soft. So this is my silky ribbon. And basically what it is when I was a kid, I used to suck my thumb, and my mum said, "You'll get a gap in your teeth," which I did. So she said, "Stop." And so instead of sucking my thumb, I started to rub silky ribbons. But joke's on my mum, because I've literally never grown out of it. So my bed is full of these, and I need them to relax and go to sleep. And I can't do it in public spaces, because we went for pizza the other day and I got a little ribbon out and started rubbing it, and I become incredibly vacant and sleepy. Which is actually, you probably can't even imagine me vacant and sleepy, but I do get there. Anyway, okay, next inside my box. Okay, the next thing is this diary from when I was 11. It's not about little old me, guys. It's all about my fish. And written in here, in what I can only describe as Tipex art, is the word fish. So I had 2 goldfish, age 11, Rocky and Kin, and this is all about them. So on the first page, it's just got some sort of stats. Type of fish, gold. Are you doing extra laughs because we're filming? Yeah, love it. Date bought, 20 of 12, 200. Length, 5 centimetres. Yeah, just let 200 sink in a bit. Length, 5 centimetres. I don't know how I measured them. And vet's name, don't have a vet. And finally, age, 0. Okay, then I have like various entries about the fish and what they're like as people. So on the outside, this is about Rocky. On the outside, he looks strong. But on the inside, he is not brave. He enjoys company, e.g. when I'm dancing in my room facing the fish tank. He moves about more and looks happy. Rocky is always searching for food, while Kin sits around doing nothing. Kin's the other one. Kind of harsh on Kin. Anyway, the original entry is actually not in English, it's in Japanese. The reason it's in Japanese is because I used to live in Japan when I was a kid. My parents were English teachers. So we moved out there when I was 5. I went to a Japanese primary school. And then when we moved back, age sort of 10 and a half, lots of my reading and writing was still in Japanese. So would you like to hear the entry in Japanese? Yes. The kiss is actually really unrelated to the text, but it's like an operatic touch, isn't it? So what happened, another random thing, is that I accidentally did an opera degree. Yeah, which is 40,000 pounds that I won't be getting back. I won't be getting back. I sing that to my mum, it makes her cry. Well, what happened was, in my school, I was in the school choir, and it wasn't like a in excelsis Deo kind of school. It was more of a like, everybody, yeah, in like 3-part harmony conducted by the maths teacher at lunchtime. Anyway, one time I did a really high note, like I was like, back streets, back, hey! And he said, that was so high, Amy, you should be an opera singer. And I'm very impressionable. So 5 years later, off I went to study opera for 4-year undergrad. I graduated with a first, only to realise I didn't actually like opera. Had no passion for it at all. I wanted to be on stage, and I loved like when you die on stage and everyone would cry and you'd be like, oh, remember me. That's just a joke for the couple of opera singers in the room. That's from an opera called Dido and Aeneas, and it is actually so dramatic when she dies, isn't it? I think there's 2 opera singers here, maybe 3. So for everyone else, I'm really sorry that wasn't funny or interesting. Anyway, when opera was first invented, it was quite cool because it was like very political. It was a way of calling out the aristocracy. But then by the time like Mozart got to number 1, it was just all about love triangles, and I really went off it. Anyway, I'm not the only one in my family who speaks another language. Obviously, I can speak Japanese. My mum can speak Japanese too, and French. And my dad is very talented. I've got a recording of him speaking one of his languages. This is him. I don't know if anyone speaks duck because I don't have a direct translation, but how good is that? So, and he also does angry cat. So good, isn't it? What a freak. He just sent me these on WhatsApp. I asked him, like, when you get home, try with your mouth to make a quack that good. It's really hard. I definitely get my operatic skills from Dad. Okay, the next thing in the box is this book of poetry. Yeah, although, pretend you didn't see that because I was actually meant to tell you a bit more about my dad. No, I wasn't. No, I was completely right. This is how the show goes. Back to the poetry. Okay, this one, funnily enough, this is a poetry book, that an anthology, if you will, that I composed when I was 7. This one's called My Dad. When my dad sits on the sofa, he always sits on my best cushion. And the worst thing is, because he always fluffs on my best cushion. Now, I have to interrupt the show to check if everyone knows what a fluff means. Because not everyone does, and I found this out the hard way. There were like 3 lads the other day who were watching the show, and at the front, and after this bit, they went really quiet, and I stopped and said, like, "Are you okay?" And then one of them piped up and said, "Sorry, I'm just still thinking about that poem." And I was like, "What poem?" He said, "About your dad fluffing on the cushions." Like, quite traumatised. I was like, "What do you think fluffs means?" And he looked me in the eye and it said, I can't say the word. It was a room full of people like this, so I just helped him. I said, "Do you think it means like spunk?" He went. I was like, "Oh my God, you can't have been much older than 22. And I was like, "You've been sat there watching me do this fucking show," thinking, poor girl. Not only did her dad wank on the cushions in the living room, he came on his daughter's best. What? It would be a really different show, guys. So just a little innocent fart. Yeah, that's what a fluff means. So talking of my dad, I rang him the other day. He lost his sense of smell and taste last Christmas because he got COVID and it still hasn't come back. And I rang him and said, "Can you still not smell anything?" And he said, "Amy, I've been sticking my head down the bowl every morning and I still can't smell my own shite." How disgusting is that? And he was like genuinely sad about it as well. My dad's the kind of 73-year-old who still laughs at his own farts, who's genuinely amazed when the Iceland food shop that he ordered is delivered to his door. And also describes his favourite tin of soup, 60p lentil soup from Aldi, no less, as fucking gorgeous. Okay, next in the box is the lyrics to the first song I ever wrote, the first love song I ever wrote. It's called A Handful of Flowers, and I wrote this aged 13. Now, despite not having had my first boyfriend at 13, all of my songs are about being completely screwed over by a man. Okay, so verse 1. I found her number in your wardrobe. The little kid in me sometimes still can't understand why that gets a laugh. I'm like, it was in his wardrobe. But what did you say? You said you'd never call her, even if you got delayed. So that rhymes. But then I found a message on the answer phone saying she enjoyed last night. But you told me you went on a shopping trip to buy some new cloths to wear. So because of my Japanese education, right, my maths at age 13 was really, really good, but my spelling was absolutely terrible. So I said, I caught you red-handed, and you said you'd buy me something to make it up to me. And then the chorus is, a handful of flowers, is that all I get for doing all those good deeds that I'll never forget? Oh. A handful of flowers, is that all I'm worth for understanding all your problems and never making you feel worse? It's a very good understanding of like a committed adult relationship, I think. I'm going to sing you verse 2. Yeah, thanks. Okay. You could have got me something nicer, like a box of strawberries. It would have been better than something you ripened out of next door neighbor's tree. You only feel me when you want me, and you treat me like your wife. But when I find out you've been cheating on me, it hits me like a knife. So I caught you red-handed, but what did you say? You said you'd buy me something special to make it up to me today. A handful of flowers, is that all I get for doing all your laundry that I'll never forget? A handful of flowers, is that all I deserve for putting up with match of the day and cooking you plum preserve? Is that all that I'm worth? Thank you. It's also really funny because you'd think I would have got that impression of like the woman being the wife from my mum, but she never cooked plum preserve or would have put up with match of the day. I just sort of made up this woman that I wanted to be. I could still be her, guys. Okay, next is time for another poem. Okay, this one's called What Smells? I love eating fish, but it smells of raw cabbage. So I don't eat it anymore. But my mum tells me to eat it, so I have to. Okay. Next in the box is lyrics to the second love song I ever wrote. Whoa. Okay, so this one is a bit more empowered than A Handful of Flowers, although she is still being cheated on. And it's simply called Come On, Come On. And because I'm a professional singer now, instead of reading you the lyrics, I'm just going to do a performance. Okay, what everyone watched.
Come on, come on. Come on, come on.
When I see you look at her like that, I want to explode. When I watch you talk to her like that, I just want to know. Whoa, 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 whoa. When I watch you talk to her like that, I want to be psyched. But then you tell me that you love me more. I just don't understand. Do you even love me? Do you even care? Come on, show me you love me. Come on, show me you care. Just tell me this. Do you still want me? Just tell me this. Or is it the end? Come on. Ooh, come on. Oh, whoa, whoa, oh. Come on. Ooh, come on. Oh, whoa, whoa, oh. Thank you. By the way, all these lyrics and melodies are completely what I wrote as a teenager. My sister and her friends came to see the show, and they were kind of giggling when I finished Come On. So at the end, I was like, what were you laughing at? And my sister May, 4 years younger, May's friend Ellie said, May told us she wrote Come On. 4 years fucking younger than me, the absolute cheek. Yeah, it gets worse. And Ellie's like, yeah, and one time, wasn't it after school club, May taught us a dance to Come On, but said, don't tell Amy about this one. So just so there's no confusion, I forced May to do this for me.
I, May Webber, publicly acknowledge that all songwriting credits for Come On belong to my sister, Amy Webber.
And I was like, go on then, apparently the choreography was like, come on, show me you love me, come on, show me you care. I was like, look, shit. Okay, next in the box. Oh, this actually is not meant to be in my box of props. Hey, guys, on performance day, when you're a professional singer like me, did I say when you're a professional singer like me, it does get sweaty up here on stage, so they're always useful to have in your bag. And actually, while I'm on panty liners, I do have a little bone to pick with the designers because I think they don't cater for inevitable butt sweat. Sorry, I did really intensely look at you on that. So I've got a prototype for one I'm going to pitch to Always. Wouldn't that be so handy? Anyway, I've not got one in today, so... okay, the next thing in my box... Oh, yeah. This is the first love letter I ever received from my first ever boyfriend. The first of many. Yeah, so this is this is age 14. Me and Joe actually met at a road traffic collision awareness assembly. And a road traffic collision awareness assembly. And we were sat in the auditorium and our eyes kind of we caught eyes, and his eyes had this look in them that said, "I'm 14 and addicted to cigs." And my eyes had a look that said, "I've been crying for the last hour because I'm a young empath." Anyway, we swapped landline numbers and we spoke every night for 59 minutes. And then finally, I said, "Do you think," after a couple of weeks, I said, "Do you think we're boyfriend and girlfriend?" And he said, "Yeah." And then the next day, he wrote a love letter and he gave it to Julian, his neighbour, who went to my school, because me and Joe went to different schools. And then Julian came over at first break to me and the girls and was like, "That's from Joe!" And everyone gathered around and we couldn't wait to see what the love letter said. And as I opened it, I realised it wasn't a letter, it was his modelling headshot. And I've put fruits over his eyes to protect his identity. The identity of Joe. Now, what's the only thing weirder than a 14-year-old boy giving this to his girlfriend, I'd say, is the fact I've kept it till I'm 35. In a box at my mum's house called Love Box. On it, there's a couple of words. He says, "Hey, girlfriend," kiss, "no regrets." And he dumped me over the phone a week later. We never even met. Yeah, but it's fine. I'm totally over it. I don't even follow him on Instagram and check his account regularly. Okay, the next thing inside here is this: the first CD that I ever owned. Some of you will recognise it instantly. It's Spice Girls. Now, this show is called Wannabe, so just in case anyone thought they were coming to a Spice Girls tribute act, round about now you'd be feeling incredibly disappointed. But I thought we could do a little sing-song all together. We could sing, would you choose one off the back? Oh, you're getting a friend to... Not that one. Maybe Wannabe. What a great choice, yeah. I'm glad you went for that. Of all the 10 you could have chose. Love it. Okay, so we're just all going to sing along. So, you ready? We're going to go. If you want my future, sing it. Forget my past. If you want to get with me, better make it last. Now don't go wasting my precious time. Get your act together. We could be just fine. This side. I tell you what I want. This side. What you really, really want. I want a hug. I really, really, really want to sing. Keep going. If you want to be my lover, you got good singers only. Gotta go with my friends. Friendship never ends. Ooh. You have got to give. That's the way it is. Guys, why did you stop? I'm sorry, if you didn't know the Spice Girls song and you didn't know the lyrics and you felt left out, I can only apologise. But those of you who did join in, what you're feeling now is dopamine from group singing. It feels good, don't it? Okay, so next thing in the box is... Oh yeah, also, by the way, wannabe, the definition of wannabe is aspiring to be someone else. Just let that sit in the room. Okay, next thing is these lyrics. This is a song I wrote when I was 14. It's another love song. It's called Winning Tree, but I still have no idea why I called it Winning Tree, because let me tell you, she is not winning, okay? She's dumped the cheating ex from the last 2 songs. She's realised that despite being 14, she's not a famous pop star, and she needs him back. We've all been there. I'll read you some of the lyrics. Save my soul tonight. Don't let me be alone with no one here beside me when I fall. I thought I'd be number one and people would love my songs, but somewhere it all fell through and now I need you back. I thought I would be a star and get £1 million. Now, my mum actually helped me. She crossed out £1 million and suggested that I should say a life of fame. She explained that not all famous pop stars get £1 million, but I didn't like it, so I crossed it back out, and it still says £1 million. But somewhere it all went wrong, and now I need you back. I really don't know what kind of TV shows I was watching at this time that inspired these lyrics, but it really speaks to my need for a boyfriend and fame, which I didn't shake till my 30s. Now, I don't know if anyone's seen physical theatre before, but I've got a tape here, and it's a genuine artefact. And I've got a tape player.
I'm on a winning tree.
That's smooth.
I'm on a falling leaf. But who is here to help me get through? To get through when I fall.
If I could speak to the 14-year-old me, I'd say, keep chasing your dreams, girl. But also your singing's kind of shrill and your piano chords are clunky and out of time. And I'd say, why don't you try it again when you're 35 and a professional? So that's what we're going to do. So I'm going to need my spotlight engineer and my wind machine and a blackout, please. So with the wind machine, wait, I think do it that way. Yeah, I think that will give you more force. More gust. Gust, that's it. I was like, that sounds like a fart. Yes, gust, more gust. Lovely, what a great word. I want high gust. I love it. You're completely poised with that. Are you poised? Yeah? Okay, let me press the button. That was meant to be really subtle. Right, just let me remove this hair clip for no reason. Okay, let's go. Yeah. Save my soul tonight. Don't let me be alone with no one here to be beside me and help me when I fall. Can you hold it up a bit so it's a bit less spooky film? I thought I'd be number one and get £1 million, but somewhere it all fell through and now I need you back. I thought I would be a star and get £1 million, but somewhere it all went wrong and now I need you back. I'm on a winning tree, I'm on a falling leaf, but who is here to help me get through when I fall? Your biceps aching. I'm on a winning tree, I'm on a falling leaf, but there's no one here to help me get through when I need them most. Yeah, you can stop, thank you. Save my soul tonight, follow me. Don't let me be alone with no one here to be beside me and help me through this pain. Yeah! Thank you so much. Thank you. Wow, teamwork. That was thrilling. Okay, now this is, I'm going to have to cut this bit from the video, but basically I need to clip my hair back up. And I try and make it look really effortless and like messy, but actually it takes me ages to like get the curls to fall in the right place. And I just... It's literally not comedy, sorry guys. It's really not comedy. Right, so someone just tell me, have I got roughly the same amount like on both sides? A bit more on that side.
Like as in that bit needs to go on that.
Really, that one. See what I mean? And it just looks a bit tragic if I don't get it right. Oh, I can't dwell on it. It's not about how I look, is it? Can you guys deal with it? I'll get backstage to the toilet and be like, oh my God, I can't believe one hair was out of place. No, it's fine, I'm over it. Okay, so the next thing in my box. This is a poem I wrote age 7 about having a pet fish. But as you know, I didn't get my pet fish till I was 11. So it's one of the first ever like documentations of someone manifesting something. I love my... What's that bit there? That's... Okay. I love my pet fish, but I hate my pet fish. Because her food, it stinks of poo and fish. Why does she eat it? Sorry, why does she eat it? I'm just going to nip to the back to get a glass of water for my professional singing voice. I wondered if someone could come up here and read a poem for me. Just because I need to get some water. Would you do it? Yeah? I saw you were ready to put that glass of wine down. Okay, come here. So please, what's your name? Rosie. Give it up for Rosie! Okay, so Rosie, I'd love you to read Wobbly Belly. Okay. And then if you flick 2 pages to the postman. Okay. Yeah. So now it's a professional poetry reading, so don't laugh. Okay? Thank you so much.
Wobbly jelly. Jelly is wobbly, like your bottom. But you don't eat your bottom. You eat the wobbly jelly. No, I have a jazz degree. Oh, sorry. Are you selling copies of these? You really should. Okay, right. The postman. When the postman comes, he never brings a letter for me. It always goes. Your spelling was terrible. Always. It always goes to my mum. Even my letter from Santa go to my mum.
Thank you so much. God, that jazz degree really came in handy there. Love that. Okay, the next thing in my box is this photo of me and my dad. This is from 2017. Also, right now, just FYI, I'm suppressing a burp from that water. And if I was on my own in my house, I would burp this out, but I'm not going to. I'm just swallowing it back down. This photo is from 2017. It's a picture of me and my dad. We went to watch Sheffield United together. He loves football, and he loves drinking beer, and he loves being a stereotype. Around this time, I'd started having therapy, and I wanted to tell my dad that I was having therapy, but I couldn't do it face to face. So I ended up WhatsApping him afterwards. And I said, "Hey, Dad, you don't know yet, but I've been having therapy for about 3 months. And although I thought I would spend my sessions talking about my hypochondria and how it got bad at uni, actually, I've ended talking about our relationship a lot and how turbulent it was, especially during my teenage years, about how sometimes you'd get really drunk and we'd have rows where you'd say you wish you had 2 sons instead of 2 daughters, and how about you never seemed interested in coming to watch my singing performances, and how one time in a row you confessed that you were never ready to become a father." I'm a very honest person. And my dad replied with a really simple yellow thumbs up emoji. followed by, "At least we get on well now, though." You know what, guys? It doesn't sound like accountability to me, but we do get on well now. And it's mostly because I've spent thousands on therapy. Okay. 子供の時に妹と遊びまして、私が stupid cow って言って、お母さんがダメって言ってました。That's one's about playing with my sister. I've got another one about playing with May, actually. So, 子供の時にお風呂に入って前、メイと遊びまして、そして私がバービーの足をメイのバムクラックに入れてまして、お母さんが Amy, don't do that! って壊れて言ってました。 Thank you. Okay, so the next thing in my box are these lyrics. These lyrics I wrote when I was 15, and it's the first song I ever wrote which is not about a boy. It's about a man. But not in that way. So what happened was, I was year 9. I was the kind of kid who used to sing in assembly. Duh. And one time, Mr. Hum, head of year 9, called me into his office and he said, Amy, we would like you to write and perform a song for the head teacher's whole school leavers assembly. And I was like that, yoroshiku onegaishimashita. Mission accepted, okay? So it was one of the biggest honours of my life. I got to thinking about how I could write these lyrics, and I wanted to write it as a rap. Now, I showed my mum the lyrics for my rap, and she suggested that because she pays for my singing lessons, it could be more heartfelt as a song. Anyway, she helped me to write some rhyming lyrics. The problem with the head teacher, Mr. Berry, is that he was really aloof. None of us ever saw him around school. He didn't know any of the kids. He was just like this sort of figure that we knew existed. But being the young empath that I was, I created this image of the man I thought he could be. So I thought, Mr. Berry must be the kind of grandfather who would take the grandkids to Woolworths on a Sunday. And as they walked past the pick and mix counter, he'd say, I'm not spending my bloody money on sweets. But then he'd nick 2 foamy bananas and put them in his pocket. And then when they got outside, he'd give them to the grandkids and say, don't tell the security guards. And he'd be northern. And I thought that he would be the kind of husband who, when the wife was cooking a roast dinner and a plum preserve on a Sunday, he'd walk in from behind and give her a hug and a kiss on the cheek and say, you don't need my help, do you? And I thought he'd be the kind of father who, when the eldest daughter brought in a crispy roast chicken and put it on the beautifully laid table, he'd say, wow, that chicken looks fucking gorgeous. And I am sorry about your best cushion. Anyway, so I wrote a really, really heartfelt song for a man I really, really didn't know. And right now, I'm going to recreate my performance in the whole school leavers assembly. Okay, so 2 bits of context. One is that in the original performance, I actually played piano and sang at the same time, a bit like Adele. But I don't have a piano today. Second bit of context is, at this time, I had a boyfriend who was the year above. Yeah, right. So he was year 10. I was year 9. He played the saxophone. He played basketball. And he moved over from Ireland in year 8, so he had an slight Irish accent. We love to objectify men. So anyway, it's performance day. You guys, you're at the front, so you're like the year 7s. I guess further back, you're like the year 11s. And the people right at the back, you're the sort of disinterested and overworked teachers. Okay, so this is simply called Goodbye, Mr. Berry. One day you came to help us, but someday you've gotta go. You helped us climb this mountain. You showed us how to do it alone. Remembering all our faces, he didn't. Remembering all our names, my mum did this rhyme. You guided every one of us to help us reach our aims. Chorus, thank you from all, goodbye from all. Although it's sad, we've got all the good times to remember. And then I kicked over my stool and stood up. Even when you're gone, you year 7s were like that, you will still be there. Shadows in our memory of undivided care. The footprints you left beside us, no one can destroy. And then I told a lie. We will never forget this school which we enjoyed. What? Year 11s. Thank you from all, goodbye from all. Although it's sad, we've got all the good times to remember. And I could see him crying. Goodbye, Mr. Berry. Oh my God, Mr. Berry, please don't cry. Dry your tears, Mr. Berry. I said, please don't cry. Thank you. Oh, wait, hang on. You didn't think I was going to let that rap go to waste, did you? Okay, yeah. Sometimes people help us, but sometimes they gotta go. They watch us grow older through the good and the bad and the sad. You need to have a lot of experience to do this job, yeah? You gotta be pretty good. I said you gotta be pretty good. Gotta be pretty good. Everybody now, you gotta be pretty good. Okay, so right now, we're gonna play a little game that's called What Are You Pretty Good At? Okay, and I'm going to come around to you with my wireless mic, and I'm going to ask you what you're pretty good at. It's got to be something you're good at as an adult that the childhood you would be chuffed with, yeah? So you could say like cooking or driving. Someone said, getting on a bus. And I said, okay. He said, yeah, but when I was 6, I really wanted to go on a bus and I wasn't allowed, and now I can go on a bus whenever I want. And if you think about it, we all can. And that's special. So we're going to sing You Gotta Be Pretty Good. We sing it 3 times, and then I'll come to you if you're not completely avoiding eye contact with me, okay? And then you get a high five. Okay, so we sing You Gotta Be Pretty Good. Wait, you gotta be pretty. One more time. You gotta be pretty good. Be pretty good. Only 3 times. What are you pretty good at? You gotta be pretty good. Pretty good. Oh, wait. You gotta be pretty good. What are you good at? Cooking, yes! Yeah! Keep going. You gotta be pretty good. You gotta be pretty good. You gotta be pretty good.
Catching flights, not feelings.
One more time.
You gotta be pretty good. You gotta be pretty good. You gotta be pretty good.
Bossing people around.
Otherwise known as a confident leader. Okay, so cast your mind back to my groundbreaking performance in the Leavers Assembly. We all go out to the playground afterwards, and my boyfriend, Tom actually, we'll say, and his friends were like looking at me, like all stood in a group looking over, and I was like, here we go. And he came over and he said, Amy, we need to break up. And I was like, why? Is it the age gap? Because it is a bit weird that you're year 10 and I'm year 9. He said, no, it's not that. It's just that my friends don't think you're fit. Thank you for the jaw droppers. How mean is that? Yeah, thank you. 15. Anyway, guys, I'm happy to say that the joke's on Tom. Because 15 years later, him age 30, me a mere 29, we matched on Tinder and went on a date. Yeah, I was like, oh, I'm fit enough for you now, am I? If you wanted a bush, why didn't you say? Anyway, so the date was kind of average, yeah? Well, shock. He was kind of not that fun. And my heart rate sat at a solid 80 BPM. Bearing in mind, when I go to the dentist for a checkup, it gets to 140. Anyway, at the end of the date, we had a quick kiss and parted ways. But my friend left me a voice note, as friends do, saying, like, how was the date? Did anything happen? So when I got home, as I was taking off my makeup, I left her a video. I left her a video explaining that we did have a little snog, but how the snog was kind of average. Only I didn't send the video to Gabby. Okay, here it is, guys. Yeah. Like basically, there's not much like dynamic variation. So it's just like this, like. So like, obviously that's fine. It's not bad, but there's no like. I don't need to do a demo of what good kissing would look like, but it'd be like fast, slow, like the lip pull back, forward and in, fast, bit of tongue, stop, pause, stillness, breath, upper lip, lift,
and down and fast, and we're back to the side, to the real side, to the big reach.
And by the time I realised, it was like an hour later and it had 2 blue ticks on WhatsApp. More on that later. So on this date with Tom, he asked me what I'd been up to for the last few years. I said, I've been doing teaching, doing men. I said, I'm usually always seeing someone or I've got a boyfriend. And he said, do you think that's a problem? I was like, no. But then it got me thinking. Maybe it was a problem to use male validation to numb my inner critic and my disappointment that despite being a wannabe all my life, I'd never really made it as a girlfriend or a pop star. He was like, this is really intense for a first date. And I said, sorry, I am intense. Yeah, thank you. Let me tell you guys a story. Okay, so one time I was singing at my friend's wedding and I wore an orange dress. And then for the evening part of the wedding, she said I could get changed. I was like, no way, I'm going to wear this full-length orange gown the whole evening so everyone recognises me as the wedding singer. And let me tell you, it really worked. I was getting compliments left, right and centre like that. Because imagine this, as she walked down the aisle, I was in a corner next to a big bouquet of flowers singing, "Oh mio bambino caro, mi piace bello, bello." Not a dry eye in the house. And then after, when they were signing the register, I was like propped up against a piano doing a half-hour jazz set. I was like, I don't go out late, don't get it go. I'm home about 8, just me and my radio. Ain't misbehaving, I'm saving my love for you. Yeah, so it was really epic. Everyone was recognising me. Thank you. And then, actually, I ended up that night getting some attention from the male gaze as well, and I ended up snogging 2 different men. Bit of a legend. And in the early hours of the morning, me and the 2 guys walked arm in arm to a car park, and I was like, I suppose you want me to teach you Gilbert and Sullivan's trio. 3 little maids from school up, we fill to the brim with girlish glee. They offered me some cocaine. I was like, I don't need drugs. I'm high on attention. But the attention seemed less worth it the next morning when I woke up fully clothed in my car where they'd left me to sleep with a vague recollection of having sex. And as I tried to piece together what on earth had happened the night before with these 2 guys and whether I'd consented to any of it, this thought came into my mind which kind of numbed it all, which was like, pretty legendary. It took me a year to stop blaming myself for what happened that night and a year to call it what it was, which is sexual assault. And I'm fine now. I kind of was always fine. And luckily for me, I wasn't someone, it wasn't an event that like traumatized my day-to-day life. But about a year after it happened, my friend suggested that it could be cathartic to have a phone call with one of the guys. So I did. And by the way, for you guys, I think the reason that I'm telling that story in this show is not because every one woman show has a sad bit as a dramatic device 45 minutes in. It's to remind myself of the dark places that being a wannabe girlfriend and a wannabe pop star took me. Anyway, I had a phone call with one of the guys and I was being really frank and open and he clearly felt uncomfortable, which was good. I sort of patronisingly explained what a power dynamic was and why consent is important. Anyway, he seemed to feel kind of bad. I think mostly that was for his girlfriend of 6 years who he cheated on that night. And he was also like a posh boy because he said something that I'll never forget. He said, nothing like this has ever happened before. I said, I'm sorry, Sebastian. You don't go from being a loving, loyal boyfriend to shagging a stranger in a car park with your cousin at a family wedding. Cousin. Isn't that such a posh thing to do? Why have you got a boner in front of your cousin? No. And I said, and if you could pass that message on to Rupert Montgomery III, your cousin, that would be much appreciated. Anyway, it really got me thinking about all the men in powerful positions who've used that line, nothing like this has ever happened before. My name's David Cameron, and this one time I stick my dick and possibly my balls inside a dead pig's mouth. But no, nothing like this has ever happened before. My name's Matt Hancock, and there's this footage of me awkwardly snogging a woman who wasn't my wife during lockdown. But let me assure you, nothing like this has ever happened before. My name's Prince Andrew, or just Andrew now. And there's this one photograph of me with my arm round the waist of a teenage girl, but let me assure you, that actually wasn't me. Well, it can't have been me, because that night I was actually at a Pizza Express in Woking. I was eating a margarita. That's my favourite flavour. And even if it was me, it can't have been me, because I have a medically rare and incredibly complex condition, which means I can't sweat. But even if it was Lee, let me assure you that nothing like this has ever happened before. Thank you. Guys, you know what? I think I've made opera political again. Wow, what a tenuous link. Okay, so in the last few, back to me, obviously. Enough about those men. In the last few years, I've been doing lots of healing and therapy and growth, I think. And I finally feel like, I'm happy to announce that I finally feel like I'm not a wannabe anymore, like I'm not chasing things in the way I used to. And I stand here today without a boyfriend or an agent or a number one single, and that's absolutely fine. All I've got is this box of old junk and the silky shirt on my back. And I've got my Japanese Monpe trousers, I've got my values, I've got my hopes for a free Palestine, and my solidarity with my trans brothers and sisters, and my mini bottle of Prosecco that I'm keeping in the green room for after I finish the show. And I've got my songs, I've got my good, if not overly qualified voice, and my confidence to admit that the songs that I wrote when I was a kid, especially Come On, Come On, are fucking bangers! Thank you, and the show's not over yet. I've got one more song I'd like to perform. So I just need 2 volunteers. I shouldn't have said I was going to perform a song. I just need 2 random volunteers to do something completely random. Yeah, go on. Why don't you both come? You nominated you, and then you were like, no, you go. Go on, both of you get up here. Give it up for these 2. Okay, thank you. What's your name? Ginger and Jade. Okay, thanks, guys. So, Ginger, if you could go that side there, you've got a little space there. Yeah, and Jade there, perfect. And then both of you, can you turn and face the back? Because you are my backing dancers. Okay, so we're going to do Come On, Come On, verse 2. The choreography is really simple. This is what's called a rehearsal, if you're a professional. So you click with your left hand up, and then down, and then you kind of go around like that, and then other side up and down, and then it just repeats. So it's just, come on, show me you love me, and then make sure you get straight arms on the clicks, yeah? Because it really, no, I didn't mean to look at you, but it really does ruin it when you've got a little bent arm like that, make really straight. Okay, yeah? Lovely. So this is, sorry. Yeah, I get it. But for this, I believe in you, yeah?
I've pretended for 32 years. I can do what
Oh, yeah, love it. Pretend for 1 more minute, yeah. Be straight. Okay. So this is Come On, Come On, verse 2, written by 13-year-old Amy Webber, choreography also by Amy Webber. Okay, so if you do a pose maybe, yeah, and then hold it till the chorus. When I see you on the phone in the park, I really want to listen. You told me you would never call her up, but I think that's a lead. You're gonna have to try a little harder if you wanna keep me. 'Cause when I see you in the quaif of the club, I know that you want me. Do you even love me? Do you even care? Let's go. Come on, show me you love me. Come on, show me you care. Just tell me this. Yeah, do you still want me? Just tell me this. Or is it the end? Come on, sing it. Ooh, come on. Whoa, oh. Come on. Ooh, come on. Oh, whoa. Clap your hands. Come on. Ooh, come on. Whoa, oh. Thank you, guys. Thank you. Okay, so yeah, that's my CV. Did you get a... Yeah? In case anyone's got any work for me, like songwriting, singing sort of stuff. But wait, put them down for now. Oh, I love... Thank you. Put them down for now. Don't read them. Because I've just got a few things to say. Because it's nearly the end. If you were affected by the subject matter of sexual assault in today's show, then a website that I would recommend is sarsas.org.uk. That's SARSAS. And thank you all so much for coming. As I leave the stage, I'm just going to leave you with this.
Hi, Amy. As enlightening as the video was, I'm guessing it wasn't actually meant for me. So yeah, I just wanted to say I don't think we should meet again, and not because of the video. I just don't think it would work with the age gap, and yeah. So yeah, take care. Good luck with therapy. Bye bye.
Thank you. So I got one more thing for you. Oh, guys, thank you. So let me take these back. Thank you so much. You're free. You don't have to do anything with these anymore. I didn't want to dwell on it, so I just sent him back a tiny little song that I wrote.
So, like, obviously that's fine. It's not bad. Fast, fast, slow. Fast, fast, slow. Breath. Fast, lift, stop. Bit of time. Dynamic variation. It's not bad. It's not bad. Dynamic variation. Stop. Fast, fast, slow. Upper lip. Lift. Breath. To the side. Fast, fast, slow. Fast, lift, stop.
Thank you so much. Thank you. Okay, hang on. While I've still got this fucking mic, let's take a selfie. Is anyone here not meant to be here? Seriously, if you are, duck now. Can we get any house lights? Oh, do you know what? You can get... Oh, yeah, thanks. Okay, so everyone let's put your hands like that, by your face. Yeah. Yeah, sorry, guys, I don't think you're not... Oh, that was with it on as well. Okay, go. Sometimes these don't even go on Instagram, but sometimes they do. It's just nice. So I did this show in Edinburgh for a month, and Edinburgh's kind of like overwhelming and also underwhelming. And I didn't feel like, I don't know, sometimes when you're a performer, I didn't feel like this show was really meaningful or that good, but that was just based on sort of what I perceived as like, did I win awards? Did I get sellouts? Blah, blah, blah. So anyway, I'm still really battling with not marking my work on the validation I get from an audience. But if I were to mark my work on the validation I got from you guys tonight, it was really good. And just anyone who's seen me online but never seen me live before, is this kind of what you expected? No. Okay, it was fantastic. Okay. Better than expected. Okay, thank you so much. And then what about, is anyone here because you've seen me live somewhere else do like a 10-minute spot and then you've come to watch the full hour? Yeah. 2 years ago here. Whoa. And then you follow me on Instagram. Yeah. It's crazy how that happens. And I think you just keep doing it, right? And next year I'll do another show and then maybe all you guys will come again, like bring one more friend and you just like... In like 20 years, I'll be able to make money off this. But I really do mean thank you for coming, for parting with your money to be entertained by me. I love being up here. It's an absolute joy. If you want to stay, please support the Bill Murray, which is a fantastic venue, by having a drink or coming again. And there's also a night after this called Material Girls, which is an all-female lineup, and it's a great lineup. If you're my friend, FYI, or not, I have a gig. I've got to go sing in Soho, so I literally have to pack up and leave, which is a bit of an anticlimax because I can't even have a half a pint. But thank you so much all for coming. I'm sorry I can't catch up with you, but leave me a voice note on WhatsApp, anyone. Okay.
When I see you look at her like that, I want to explode. And when I see you talk to her like that, I just want to know. When I watch you make that eye contact, I want to be psyched. But then you tell me that you love me more, I just don't understand.